My name is Father Albert. I'm from a traditional Dominican community in Belgium, the Dominicans of the Holy Rosary. And I'm here at the Fatima Center to answer some of your questions.
In a previous session, you discussed whether the sacraments administered by the Society of St. Pius X are valid, and you indicated that Holy Communion at the Society's Masses was certainly valid, since their priests are validly ordained. Wouldn't this also be true of the Schismatic Church in China? That is, assuming the priests of the Chinese Patriotic Catholic Association are validly ordained, do the Catholics who follow these schismatic priests and bishops receive the same advantage of the sacraments as the underground Catholics who risk their lives to follow their true Catholic leaders? Now, obviously, there's a difference between a sacrament being valid and a sacrament being legitimate or licit. For example, the sacraments of the Orthodox are generally considered as being valid, but that doesn't mean that it's licit to go and receive sacraments from Orthodox priests, because these priests are schismatic. In fact, in itself, it's a grave sin to receive sacraments from them, because by doing so, you participate in their schism. That is, they are cut off from Rome. They refuse to be subject to the Pope. And so, by receiving sacraments from them, you participate in their rebellion against the Pope, which is a grave sin. So, to respond to the question about the Chinese Patriotic Catholic Association, it's a similar thing. They are schismatics. So even though their sacraments can be valid, it doesn't mean that it's legitimate or licit to receive sacraments from them, because in doing so, you participate in their schism. The underground Catholics are in union with the Pope, and so their sacraments are not only valid, but fruitful. That is, when these sacraments not only have in themselves divine grace, but receiving them, you receive the fruit of this grace, because it's not a sin to receive the sacraments from them. But if you receive sacraments from a schismatic body, Orthodox, or these Chinese Patriotic Church, you're participating in their schism, so you're committing mortal sin, so you don't receive the fruit of the sacrament. It's valid, it can produce grace, but the very fact of receiving it is a mortal sin, so you're not receiving divine grace. With the case of the Society of St. Pius X, that's a whole other question, but obviously there's an argument to be made that they are not in the same situation as the Orthodox or these Chinese Patriotic Catholics who are in schism. The Society of St. Pius X does not refuse to be subject to the Pope. It's simply that certain things which the Pope and the bishops ask of them, they refuse to accept simply because it's against the tradition of the Church. And so, while accepting the authority of the Pope and the bishops, there are certain things that the Society refuses to do because they aren't Catholic, and so the bishops and the Pope don't have any authority to impose these things. So they aren't in schism, and so receiving sacraments from the Society of St. Pius X, these sacraments are not only valid, but they can be fruitful as well, because it's not to participate in a schism in order to receive sacraments from them.
I hope that answers your question. Pray to Our Lady to enlighten you, to help you. May God bless you.